Shalom. As always, I want to start off these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for this wisdom and knowledge. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Quadash, as well as a double honors, a respectful double honors upon to the apostles and elders of GMS, the many various camps and men of great millstone, whom I've learned and continue to learn this truth under. I'm the brother Allah Yahweh, Lord willing, this be edifying, this being Retail Apocalypse, a fourth installment of that, Papa John's Pizza. And I actually originally caught this off the Louisville, Kentucky subreddit, okay, because Papa John's Pizza is based out of Louisville, Kentucky. And I actually have prior experience with this company. I worked with Papa John's Pizza in the 2010s in Houston, Texas, okay, down in Houston, Texas, as well as in San Diego, California, an upscale part of San Diego, California, called La Jolla. And, that was, thinking back, that was a good job. That was pre, the CV91 where people tipped and pre-automation. And it was a smooth job for a delivery. I would make good money, okay? And it's saying right here on the screen, Papa John's is closing 300 restaurants and cutting staff. And that's just another bad sign. You got all these food places closing down left and right. And a lot of people forget, before the CV91 back in 2020, 2021, we was already in the midst of a retail apocalypse. I remember after I stopped working at Papa John's in San Diego, I had a security job in downtown San Diego called at this mall that doesn't exist anymore. It's right in the heart of downtown San Diego, called Horton Plaza Shopping Mall. And when I applied there, that was when I started there, I believe summer of 2018. There was like 10 stores left that was open. And by the time I stopped there in end of 2019, it might have been 4 or 5 stores open. And we had all these, it's California, a lot of homeless people, sleeping and shooting up and doing whatever within the hallways and the back alleys of the shopping mall. It was crazy out there. Okay, that was the retail apocalypse back then. Imagine how much worse it actually is post CV91, and with all this AI, all this artificial intelligence taking jobs left and right, it's about to get real ugly out here. So let's just, rifle a little bit through this article. This is restaurant business financing. Papa John's is closing 300 restaurants and cutting staff. The pizza chain's North America same-store sales have fallen for 7 of the past 8 quarters. It is cutting 7% of its workforce while closing underperforming restaurants and eliminating menu items. And just, it is what it is, man. You got stores closing left and right out here, and this is a bad sign. In particular, stores like this, Papa John's Pizza, represent mirth. You wanna, you got some type of big game, some type of party, some type of event. And in Babylon the Great, you order pizza in large numbers. This shows you the Lord is stripping away the mirth, the joy, the good times of this place. So let's just get straight to it. This is the book of Isaiah 19. We'll start at verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In America, the United States of America, Babylon the Great is modern day Egypt. There's just like in ancient Egypt, you had all 12 tribes locked in bondage, locked in captivity. Today, you have all the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, all 12 tribes locked in slavery here. When modern day Pharaoh being you Edomites, you so-called self-proclaimed WHITEs, you're running this place and it's circling the drain as we speak. All these jobs that were once good, and I know for experience, that was a good job thinking back. A little more dangerous in Houston, Texas, but in North County, San Diego, that was a nice job for my age at the time. And now, because people are so broke and don't have any extra money, they not tipping as much ever since the P to the scam to the emic. Okay. What else I got? Let's speak on this food as well. Because not only you got all these retail stores closing, you got a lot of food places closing, which is another bad sign. And that's a sign of what's to come. Where is this? This is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. And we will start at verse 21. Behold, victuals, which is another word for food. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And that's going to be a very scary time. That's the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay, a time of trouble for so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And in that spirit of happy fucking fun time here in America is dying out. It is real shit out here. This is Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and we'll start at verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, and the noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. And that's, another term for music. All the joy and the music and the laughter and going out for drinks, that shit is wrapping up left and right out here within these cities. They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's what's happening. We witnessing this in no time. Especially, I'm a millennial. I'm in my early 30s. If you older than me in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you got to really live in the golden apex age of America and its mirth. And through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. But, look at how much worse it's gotten each decade. To now the 2020s, this place is unrecognizable. You got stormtroopers in the street shooting so-called white people in the face. You got a straight clown up in office that's just talking reckless and got no regard for anybody. Okay, this place, never mind with all the rainbow stuff, and this place is a shell of what it once was, and it's getting worse. Seeing these stores closing left and right is not a good sign. It's a bad sign. Okay, especially for food, and is only going to kick into less jobs, and inflation going to kick into hyperinflation. And I found it spiritual too. A lot of these these quote unquote food places, we know a lot of it is fake ass food. A lot of these quote unquote food places that are closing down left and right, none of them follow the Levitical diet. They all feeding you some BS. They feeding Jake, our people, the Israelites, some unlawful bullshit. A bunch of pork and sausage and shellfish fish. All these stores are closing left and right. That's the Lord. The Lord is judging this place. He speaks on, the Heavenly Father despises this place's feast days and solemn assemblies. Oh, and ordering pizza is typically a sign, they would have it at a banquet. A lot of parties, birthday parties, big games, sporting events, graduations, you name it. These pizza places would represent a sign of mirth, and that mirth is clearly getting wrapped up and it's turning to mourning. This is Galatians 6 verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So I thought this was a Christian society. I thought this was a Bible following society. Well, the Bible clearly says what foods are lawful to eat, what foods aren't. And you got all, so, well, how you going to explain that? Psalms 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. So you're a Bible following society, yet you selling people a bunch of pizza with pepperoni and salami and Italian sausage and abominations all on it. This man is the wicked, and he's being exposed, and his kingdom is circling the drain, and we love to see it. Let's get these food laws for edification purposes. Leviticus 11 in the NLT, titled Ceremonially Clean and Unclean Animals. Verse 1. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Of all the land animals, these are the ones you may use for food. You may eat any animal that has completely split hooves and chews the cud. You may not, however, eat the following animals that have split hooves or that chew the cud, but not both. Jump down to verse 7. The pig has evenly split hooves but does not chew the cud, so it is unclean. You may not eat the meat of these animals or even touch their carcasses. They are ceremonially unclean for you. And he even speaks on touching their dead bodies. Verse 26 through 28. If any animal that has split hooves that are not evenly divided or does not chew the cud is unclean for you. If you touch their carcass of such an animal, you will be defiled. Of the animals that walk on all fours, those that have paws are unclean. If you touch the carcass of such an animal, you will be defiled until evening. If you pick up its carcass, you must wash your clothes, and you will remain defiled until evening. These animals are unclean for you. But what's Esau do? He sits there in fronts and he sells you a bunch of craziness. Let's look at Papa John's pizza, man. Nothing but a bunch of pepperoni, bunch of sausage, bunch of salami. That's all pig. We not supposed to be eating that. And this is one of the largest chains in Babylon the Great America. And this is another, Lord willing, video I do for another day of Esau always propping up these jakes, these sellout celebrities, to sell our people poison. It's always going to be Shaq or Snoop Dogg. That's another video I got on deck, Lord willing. Let's close off on this. But really, this is just a sign that America's done, man. Ain't no shopping malls, schools getting shot left and right, stores closing, everyone's broke, money all going to bills, the family structure is shot and through, the music's all sad and depressing, ain't nobody going to no clubs no more, ain't no reason to party, you got to work 10 jobs just to be broke and living in some apartment. This is all under the wicked rulership and watch of a damn devil, a covetous demon, and his time of rulership is coming to an end because he's clearly not fit to rule. Isaiah 47 verse 1, and it says, prediction of Babylon's fall. Come down, virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit in the dust, for your days of sitting on a throne have ended. O daughter of Babylonia, never again will you be the lovely princess, tender and delicate. And you see a lot of these millionaire celebrities, as well as a lot of these, up top, even richer, the billionaires, they leave in this place in droves. The blood brother Yakinan Nawak just did a video on, Americans leaving, expatting this country in record numbers under Trump's watch. Why? Because this place is through. It's done. And you're going to have a lot of heathen nations as well. Matter of fact, let's get that. Leaving this, they can see the writing on the wall. They can see we done milked it for everything it had. We done drank all the blood of the Israelites. We done, oppressed and finessed them. Let's go back to our own lands and take the money we made off Babylon the Great and dip. It speaks on that in Revelation, the 18th chapter. All these nations gonna mourn for America. Why? Because they done got all rich off this place. Isaiah 13, and we'll start at verse 14. And it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Why? Because they see, this place is done. It's collapsing. All the signs of this place, that once greatest country of all time is over. And you can see that economically, financially, all these stores, All these shops are closing left and right. Never mind all the other madness that comes with this place. This is just another sign of the end of Babylon the Great. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.